Alrighty, let's go over this replay real quick. So it was this one, and
Three,
I'm gonna
two, one,
try to
ball.
cover it as a. Actually, let me keep this up so I can pause. All right, first thing, what are you narrating? So immediately, since guns are really bad right now, they're not a very good weapon, and so you really gotta know when to pick your attacks. I know if you like watch me play guns, you might think that I'm like attacking like all willy nilly, like just throwing attacks everywhere, but I'm really not. um, Most of it has a reason behind me attacking, but like this, for instance, it's like if you grab the weapon first, like I would never nair here. I would reset to the ground and then immediately try to get stage control since that's the whole point of this weapon. But let's see what you do here. Um, I don't know if I would have sared there. If I jumped up, I would have probably sared earlier. Definitely not over here. Okay, I don't know what you were highlighting here. He is fully above you. So don't, again, you do not want to throw out moves that really aren't going to hit. The only time you would ever throw out a move that's not going to hit
Training.
is if you're doing something like this. This doesn't matter. I need to just show something. But the only time you would ever throw something out that's not safe is if you're on ledge, like you're on the corner, and they're like in the middle of the map. You can't really do this to try to bait them because then they're just gonna hit you for free. So you want to like side light because then they're like, oh, it's safe. I can come in, and then you hit them with there, or you hit them with there, or dash jump there, or like fast fall there, or nair. You got a bunch of options you can do, but the only reason you would ever do a move that's like far enough away that you won't get punished is literally just to bait them. Even something like side light into GCD light, if they're like on bow, and like you do a side light to miss on purpose, and then you GCD light right after to catch their D light that they're probably gonna try to hit you with, is pretty good. But you really don't want to like just because like they're there, you don't really want to like throw out side lights like here. Like if you're here, all right, they're already close enough that if you miss this side light, they're gonna be able to hit you. So you should be planning fully to just hit them like every time. And then like even there, like there, I'm doing it to cover, but yeah, that's usually what I would use side light for. You seem to just be throwing out moves without really trying to hit them mostly, at least from what I notice. All right, let's get back here. I would have sared. So the one thing about axe is the only time you're gonna get to punish it is like when it misses stuff like this. So I would have side lighted, or I would have delighted, or maybe I don't think I would have dared. I feel like I would have gotten nared if I dared. You follow him. That dare was not nowhere near him. Again, you gotta really know what moves to use in certain situations. There, I would have nared him, or I wouldn't. I would have waited, or I would have tried to end sig. But I would have not tried to dare him because axe is way too good in the air to try to dare. There's a few weapons that you just cannot dare when they're playing like floaty. One of them is Katars. You can't dare Katars. You can't really dare cannon either. Stuff like that. That dare was fine. It was to catch him whiffing. Also, we know that he likes going to the ground after missing attacks, so you can kind of keep that in your back of your head. Like, that's something I noticed even 18 seconds in. Like, every time he misses, he, like, wants to go back to the ground. Okay, never do this. This is really bad. So, if you just got back and you're immediately trying to hit him, if this guy was good at this weapon, he would have just ran up and just sidelight nared you or delighted you, and you would have gotten hit. He tried, but he missed because he like spaced it bad. But you should never do that with guns. The only time that you would ever sare back to stage is if they're on the ledge and you're trying to mix it up to catch them before they try to hit you. This was horrible. Here, you should have been dared. If your plan was to dare him by jumping on top of him, you should have already done it. Because otherwise, what's the point? Again, I don't know what you're doing here. You're just kind of throwing out move. Like even here, that's sidelight nair or like end sig nair on this character, or even side sig. Like you have a lot of options here, and instead of doing something that will hit him, you nair. Like what are we doing here? What are we doing here? That's not gonna hit anyone. Again, you can't land in front of this guy. If I'm the Zol right here, I dodge, I miss end late, I backdash, I just end late you again. Because you landed right in front of me. You never want to be stacked with your opponent with guns. Because as much as people think that, like, oh, the whole guns kit is there, it's not, bro. You do not want to be stacked with them. If you see me play guns, I'm usually, like, all over the place. The last place I am is stacked with you. That move is horrible. More that you used it there. Well, what was the plan here? I know you wanted to catch him, but this move is way too slow. If you really wanted to catch him there, you would have read the side swap and just done a D-light. There. Again, you land in front of him like every time. You're way too slow, man. Also, like you're way too slow in realizing when you have to hit people. All right, you should already have an idea that you're gonna like punish a move before they do it, or you just gotta like work on that and be faster. Cause like this guy should have gotten hit with turnaround nair, not this nair, the turnaround version immediately. Again, just bad spacing. You should nair right here. Instead, you like nair it over there. Or you could jump up, bait his dodge, and then hit him with like a combo, like catch him with end light or something. That's not a true combo. Past like 0. You can land it at 0 damage. After that, it's not true, and I would never do it. I wouldn't even do side light. I probably there I would have done D-light there. Or maybe I would have done D-light grounded and reverse nair. I don't think I would have done that. This is horrible. Unless you already know that he's going to dodge that way, 100% this is never going to hit. And even if you do know that he's going to dodge that way, if he spot dodged you, he wouldn't have hit him. You wouldn't have hit him. The only combo you should be doing out of this, out of dare, is GCD light. And that's with a read. Or another dare. Never this. This is horrible. Again, you're daring nothing. There's no way he could have even gotten hit by this. Like, there's no way he could have gotten into that hit zone. Like, he dodged. Even if he had jumped forward, it really wouldn't have hit him. You would have whiffed, probably. And you get hit by axe recovery, and since you've been jumping around like a freak, you almost ran out of jumps. Again, just wow, what are we attacking? This seems to be a problem you have a lot. You seem to try to like hit people that are nowhere near you. You gotta look at your opponent more, man. Okay, what are we doing here? Why are we trying to end like cannon, bro? That's not a thing that you can just do. This weapon's way too fast. You cannot end light it. If this was a better player, you just die right here. Like, you just die. Sidelight, Sair, dare. A better player would have just dared, Saired, and you would have died. That would have been your stock. Again, what are you sidelighting? Matter of fact, why did you run into his attack? You were literally you're lucky that the frames ended, but like you ran straight into his attack. Dare. That was, you could have dared, or you could have like fast fall down and nared. Those decent options. Okay, yeah, you just love playing stacked. It's just you can't play stacked with this weapon. You are playing a ranged weapon. Think of it like that. Don't ever ground pound on guns. Ground pound on guns sucks. It's just guitars. That was an end light, bro. End light. End light. I would have Saired. I would have nared. Why are we holding that signature down? You are already in red. There's no point in doing stupid stuff. What are you doing? Ensig, dude. Ensig, he has to land. What are we trying to read here? Oh yeah, you're getting way too impatient, man. Gotta stop throwing out so many moves. Especially, like, again, you're still playing way too close to him. Look, you're just, I'm just gonna let the replay, like, play. You throw out a lot of moves that just aren't gonna hit. There, nobody. Then you finally wait and you hit him. And then here you're kind of mashing now. But like, you can kind of get away with mashing if you're playing far away. That's the only time. What are we doing? Whoa, what are you doing there, man? No ground pound. You're still playing super stacked. Notice how when you started playing spaced out, you started winning. Sidelight, I would have done sidelight N-Sig. I'm not gonna lie. That's like a super mix-up. Also, sidelight N-Light is confirmed. I'm like 99% sure that's a true combo. Nair. Okay. I don't know why you went for dash jump there instead of just staring him and then forcing him into an edge guard. Stop GCD lighting, bro. It's not good. He can just kill you if you miss. I would have recovered him. Again, there's no point in chase dodging either there. There. Okay. I would have probably N-Light N-Sig. That was bad. I would have side sig. If you really needed to throw out an attack, I would have just side sigged. Yeah, you were too scared. But yeah, I think the main thing that you do way too much is you just stay on top of your opponent way too much. Like, look, I'll show you. You know, that's a virus thing. Anyway, do I get guns first? I get gauntlets. I think I roll them with guns. This stock. But notice how I'm never right on top of him, and the only time I am on top of him is when I'm like actively like trying to pressure him because I already hit him once. Like, even when I'm jumping near him, I'm never landing right in front of him. I'm like jumping in and then jumping out. And I kind of just destroy him. But yeah, I would work on your spacing, man. For starters, you're throwing out a lot of moves that aren't connecting. And you're also just like staying on top of your opponent when you shouldn't be. And then lastly, I think, what else are you doing that's like really bad? I know there was one other thing. Oh yeah, you're just not punishing fast enough. Like you're taking way too long to go for easy punishes. You're also GCing a lot. So yeah, that's it.